DBS community, welcome back to another video here with Kyle Chris, and today we're going to be going over the full reveals for the Son Goku and Vegeta deck, aka Yellow Vegito, or Spirit Bomb Vegito. I think is actually kind of a pretty cool name. So first things first is this leader kind of took me off guard a little bit, I'll be honest with you. The fact that this leader is a 15k leader on the awakened side, or on the non-awakened side, is pretty interesting. This generally doesn't happen. We don't have a lot of leaders in the game. Maybe one or two more that actually do this, to my knowledge. I actually can't remember off the top of my head. But this leader is very interesting. It's a very, very interesting leader here. So this leader actually starts off on this side, which is the funny part, right? So we have the SS Vegito. So this is a 20k unawakened leader, right? So when this card attacks, draw one, and then if you have 2 or more energy at the start of any main phase, you draw 2 cards, add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6, and flip this card over. So you don't really get to control when you awaken, which is kind of a downside, but you're always going to awaken once you have 2 energy. At the beginning of a main phase, so you really have no choice but to awaken, right? Then we go to this side, and Son Goku and Vegeta path to victory. When this card attacks, draw one, and then auto, once per turn when a card is placed under a Spirit Bomb in your battle area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Activate main, add up to 1 Spirit Bomb from your deck to your activate up to 1 Spirit Bomb from your deck, shuffle your deck, and then negate the skill for the game. Meaning you cannot activate more of this effect. So you kind of play around this field spell called Spirit Bomb, which is kind of cool because we don't actually have they've had Spirit Bomb cards in the past, but none of them have been very good. They've been kind of gimmicky. Although this is gimmicky, this at least is a field spell that does provide its own sense of charging, so to speak, which we'll actually obviously go over here in the video here. So we have Spirit Bomb. So you activate this from your deck, and it says 2 activate mains. If your leader is a Son Goku or Vegeta, both yellow, you switch the card to rest mode, look at the top 3 cards from your deck, place up to 1 yellow battle card among them under this card, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So it doesn't shuffle, which kind of sucks, but it just consistently once per turn, you're just going to add 1 underneath this card to charge up the Spirit Bomb. Then you have Activate Battle. If it's your turn, your Goku leader is in battle. There are 7 more cards under this card. Use all the cards from under this card in a combo with their skills negated for the turn and place this card in your drop area. This is very cool. So essentially you have this gigantic combo that you can do where you just can combo a ton of cards, right? Obviously you can do 10Ks, which is obviously kind of the interesting part. Not that you would do a ton of 10Ks in a yellow deck because that gets a little bit heavy. But you have the ability of putting 10Ks underneath there, even if they don't draw you any card or whatever. Just having free 10Ks, that's pretty powerful. Now we get to 2 of the kind of the main, obviously staples, quote unquote, but these are 2 of the main archetype cards. You have Super Saiyan Vegeta, and you have Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. So the Vegeta is a 4-drop unique blocker. Activate main if your leader is Son Goku or Vegeta, both yellow. You have 2 or more energy, play the card from your hand. And limit 1 if your leader is a Z leader. When this card is placed in your drop area by an opponent's skill, play this card from your drop with its non-keyword skill negated for the game. So it kind of just like revives itself as a 15k body. That's about it. It just allows itself to revive itself, which is kind of cool. So you actually can use it as a blocker, but if it dies using the block effect, it doesn't come back because it's not being killed off of a skill. Super Saiyan Son Goku and Vegeta Ultimate Duo. Now this card's very good. So activate main if your leader is a Goku or Vegeta card, both yellow, and your opponent has 2 or more energy. Play this card from your hand. It is a 4-drop 20k double strike that you play for 1. When this card's played, choose a 20 of your opponent's battle cards or rest mode, negate its skills for the turn, and KO it. So that's pretty good. Obviously can't kill cards with barrier, but this kills anything else. If it has like indestructible or something where it can't be KO'd by skills, you can choose the card, it removes those skills, and you kill it. It's very good. People are saying that this card is going to be just generically good. People are going to play it in Trunks Vegeta, potentially. Having a 1-drop 20k that snipes something on board is very good. Doesn't have to be in rest mode, which obviously isn't a big deal for yellow decks. I think this card is absolutely nuts, actually, for a rare slot. It's very strange that they printed this, but it is a yellow, so Bandai does love to support yellow more than other colors, it seems like. So Then we get into some of the Vegito cards, which are kind of cool. So we have Unexpected Separation, activate main if you're Sun Goku or Vegeta. Both yellow, you send this card from to the owner's warp. You get to play one Super Saiyan Sun Goku and Vegeta Ultimate Duo from your deck with its skills engaged. With keyword skills engaged for the turn, then shuffle your deck. So you get to play out the 4-drop. I don't know why you play this Vegito. Realistically, I don't think it actually is good unless there's a way of playing this card out for free. So, because you have to have this card in play in order to do the activate main. So, I don't know why you would tap 2 for this to play that. So, kind of weird. But then we get to Super Saiyan Vegito Overwhelming Might. This card has a wall of text. So, it's a blocker, 8-drop, counterplay. During your opponent's turn, while your leader is yellow, your opponent has 2 or more energy, and you have 2 or more Z energy. You reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 7. So, it becomes a 1-drop 15k blocker. Once the card is played from your hand, your opponent can attack with non-leaders unless they choose one of their active mode cards and switch it into rest mode each time. At the end of the turn, send this card to the owner's warp. Additionally, if your leader is a Z leader or you have a Z battle card in play, your leader gains the following skill for the turn. Permanent. Negate all of your opponent's strike skills for the turn. So the wall of text, right? This is a counterplay that will essentially stop your opponent from attacking before the attack actually happens, which is very interesting, right? It's a 1-drop 15k blocker, and you play it, and if they swing with anything else other than a leader, they have to tap a card. So it has the robotic riposte effect. Then, if your leader is a Z leader, or if you have a Z battle card in play, which is this deck, you're going to be able to get a Z battle card out pretty easily. Your opponent's double strike, triple strike, quad strike, and I believe Victory Strike skills are negated. The Victory Strike one I'm not really sure about. Not that it really matters, because no one's playing Victory Strike in decks. But double strike, triple strike, quad strike, all that stuff is negated, so it only hits for 1 damage. Yeah, this card's really good. It bothers me sometimes when Bandai prints these incredibly powerful cards for yellow, but they don't give it to black or green. It's really odd. But in hindsight for yellow, this card is nuts. It's obviously not going to be working every yellow deck, because not every yellow deck is going to generate Z energy very quickly, or have a Z leader, or have a Z battle card in play. But for this deck, and probably Trunks Vegeta and maybe a few other ones, you'll be able to do that pretty simply. And actually, probably as we go into more Zenkai stuff, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of archetype that's going to build Z energy very quickly. It might be this one. It might be another one. So, yeah, the Vegeta is pretty nuts. We get to the SR, the other SR of the set, which is Super Saiyan 3 Sun Goku Universe at Stake. This is an 8-drop, 30k deflect. You play it for 2 if your leader is a Z leader or you have a yellow Z battle card in play. And your opponent has 3 or more energy. You play this card from your hand. And if a yellow extra card is in your battle area, you draw 1. So essentially you get to, if you have Spirit Bomb in play, you get to draw. It also works for other yellow decks that play like the Flip Gohan that plays field spells. Any deck that plays Planet Vegeta, you can draw off this too, which is just very good. But you need to have a yellow Z leader or a yellow Z battle card in play. Opponent has to have 3 energy, and then if you play it, then you have to have a yellow field spell in play to draw. So it's got a lot of requirements for things for it to go off, but it just depends on the deck. When this card attacks, choose one. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, switch it to rest mode, or choose one of your opponent's battle cards, rest mode, and KO it. So it's going to remove something or tap something, which is also very good. And then if all of your cards in your battle area are in rest mode, switch this card to active mode. So you get to, all of your cards are in rest mode, you get to swing again, right? So if you only have this in play, you swing at this, you put something in rest mode or KO something, and then you can activate main, restand it, swing again. And the auto is not once per turn, meaning you get to do the auto again. So this card is really good. This is a very good, solid boss monster. Thankfully, it doesn't have double strike or triple strike or something like that. So this is just good for just board clearing and also just swinging 30k, because no one likes comboing out of 30k swings. It's like some good old Dark Broly stuff. We get to 2 of the 1-drops that are very, I would say, critical for the deck to run. You have Dende and the Hercule. So Dende laying the foundation. This is a 1-drop unique barrier. If your leader is a yellow Sun Goku Z leader, and you send 1 yellow battle card from your drop to your warp, play 1 Earthling token, which is 1k power, 0 combo cost, 0 combo power, and it gains barrier until the end of your opponent's next turn. It's kind of weird, right? Like, why would you want to play this? Well, Hercule, expecting the unexpected, unique. This card can't be KO while it's in rest mode. Permanent if your leader is yellow, has both Son Goku and Vegeta, and you have a yellow Dende in play, reduce damage cost for this card in your hand by 1 yellow, meaning this card costs 0 mana, I believe. So this card should cost 0. You should just be able to play this card for free. Activate main, switch this card to rest mode. You may choose any number of your battle cards and switch them to rest mode. If you do, for each card you switch to rest mode by this skill other than this card, you may place the top card of your deck under your Spirit Bomb in your battle area. So the idea of this is that you play Dende for 1, right? You can warp stuff from the drop to play a token, and then Hercule can tap the tokens or other cards on board, and then that allows you to add cards underneath your Spirit Bomb. Kind of a weird, convoluted like sequencing you have to do for this, but since Dende has barriers, it depends. Barrier is easy to remove, it's also not easy to remove. It just depends on the deck. But keeping this guy in play and then just being able to just warp cards from your drop, you just play tokens, and then Hercule will just tap everything. Hercule is a card that is going to get blown up. It can't be KO'd while it's in rest mode, but it doesn't mean you can't neg it with red, or you can warp it with black. So it's kind of a weird card. It's very strange, but it obviously you need this for the deck to kind of function in some capacity. Because you need to be able to put those cards underneath the Spirit Bomb as quick as possible, so you can get your win condition up and running. Now, we have 2 other 1-drops here. We have Kabuto-Kai, Patora on display. This is a Searcher, top 5 for a Saiyan or Earthling, both yellow, energy cost of 4 or less. And add them to your hand, then shuffle. And activate main if your leader is Son Goku or Vegeta, both yellow, and you have 2 or more energy. You send this card to the owner's warp. Play up to 1 yellow battle card with energy cost of 1 from your deck with its skill skated for the turn, and then shuffle. So this card's really good. This card is a Searcher, and it's also going to play out something else, which there's a few good yellow 1-drops you can go into. We have Vegeta, buying time, unique while your leader is a yellow Son Goku, and there are 6 or fewer cards under a Spirit Bomb in your battle area. This card gets 11k power. So it comes with 1-drop, 15k. And when this card is played, you draw 1. It's pretty good. This card actually isn't... I don't think this card's amazing. I don't know why you actually would play this. Yeah, like there's better 1-drops. Like there's definitely better 1-drops you can play. So it's a Vegeta, which might be useful later on in decks. Also, like Trunks Vegeta can play this card. Not that they would, but you have the ability to. Then we get to the Z leader part of this deck. So this deck has 2 Z leaders. So you have Son Goku, Spirit Bomb Hope. This is a Z Awaken, 4 life or less, 1 yellow. Which then has a Z stack for the yellow Son Goku leader with Z energy cost of 4, which is to its left. You basically stack this on underneath it. Activate main, place 1 card from your hand under a Spirit Bomb in your battle area, then draw 2 cards. So this allows you to cycle more cards underneath your Spirit Bomb. Activate main, for 7 or more cards under a Spirit Bomb in your battle area, you remove this card from the game, and you place up to 1 Son Goku Z leader from under your leader on top of your leader. If you place the card, you may switch it to active mode. So you get to draw 2. So you get to cycle 1, draw 2, swing 15k, and then activate main, restand the card, pop this guy, and then play the 4-drop out here, which is Majin Showdown. Or you can Z Awaken for 4 energy on top of a yellow Son Goku and Vegeta. So you have 2 different ways of playing this card. Permanent, while there are 7 or more cards in your combo area and this card is in battle, negate the skills of all cards in your opponent's combo area. Meaning, once you use your Spirit Bomb effect, or if you just combo 7 cards, your opponent has no card effects in the combo area. Meaning, super combos don't do anything. You have to use extra cards and other type of things to do stuff. So, when this card attacks, draw 1. And activate battle. If there are 7 more cards in your combo area and this card is in battle, for the battle, this card gains double strike, and at the end of the battle, removes this card from the game. So this is kind of one of your big finishers. So essentially what you do is you can swing with this. You use the Spirit Bomb effect. So you combo 7 cards. And then you activate battle to then give your leader double strike. And so that means you don't have to run Champa. You can just combo everything, including your Son Gohan and Piccolo's super combo secret rare. And you're probably going to be over 100k easily. And then you just tack on a double strike. And then you're probably going to win the game more than likely. So this is kind of one of your big finishers. I think this is a very cool, interesting way of having Z leaders and having the Z stack effect. Because we actually haven't seen a Spirit Bomb deck work. Or hasn't really been anything that's built around just purely the Spirit Bomb stuff. So this is a really cool archetype. If it wasn't yellow, I'd play it. I just don't want to play yellow. Then the last card, which is Hercule Rallying Hope. So I saved this card for last because this card is actually far better than the other Hercule card that you have, which is the 1-drop. So this is a 1-drop barrier. Z battle card. Switch this card to rest mode. You may choose any number of your battle cards switch into rest mode. If you do, if your card switch to rest mode by the skill other than this card, you may place the top card of your deck under a Spirit Bomb in your battle area. So this is a little bit better than the other Hercule card because it is barrier, and we like barrier cards. So it definitely goes better with the flow of the deck, because you're not gonna want to play that Hercule card out because it's just gonna die. In most cases, you can, but this one's definitely a better one to play. So, but that does it for me today, guys, with the video. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'm interested to see what you guys think of this deck. Next video will probably come out, probably should be tomorrow or the next day, even maybe the same day, actually, just depends. We will be doing a deck building video for this Vegito Spirit Bomb deck, so hope you guys enjoyed that as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.